My name's Sue Larkey. I want to share with you today the most important tip sheet you need to download from my website for free. I go into so many schools where there's a huge folder of information on a kid, but a relief teacher doesn't know, someone in the playground mightn't know. You know, a few years ago I was listening to ABC radio and a young lady rang in. She said, I have a brother with Down syndrome and a brother with autism. The one with Down syndrome's lucky. And you're probably wondering why. Because people can see it. One of the hardest things about Autism Spectrum is people don't see it. And that's why this is the most important tip sheet for you to download. Because so often people don't recognise this child needs some extra support and understanding. It's a quick one-page document. You get rid of the photo of me and put a photo of the kid. Summary profile, student name. Now, those of you that own the Ultimate Guide, there's a whole lot of great information how to fill this tip sheet in. But for the rest of you, this is what you need to know. Often, kids might have enrolled and their name was Jonathan, but they're called John. Children on the spectrum, if you include their name at the start of the sentence, it halves their processing time. Have you ever been in the supermarket? Someone says your name, you turn around without thinking? Yep, that's the amygdala. And we want to appeal to the amygdala because remember, I don't know this child. I'm new in the school. So I need to know this kid's name so that when I say, Jack, put the stick down, he listens. So really important you include what name they're called at home. Parents, particularly culturally, if you call your child something different to what's on the enrolment form. Strengths. Tell me what the kid loves. And even better, get rid of the photo of me and put a photo of them with their Thomas or their Pokemon or their Minecraft, of anything they love. Because as a teacher, quickest way to build rapport, know the kid's name and know something that interests them. And I want to build rapport quickly because I'm just a visitor in the school or I only see them once a week for library. Really important. Challenges. This is great. I need to know this kid wants to be first in line. I want to know this kid doesn't like making mistakes. Just a few quick challenges that I need to know about so I can ensure I don't end up in that situation or the child. Things that may trigger a meltdown. Now this is a little bit different. This is things that really send them 0 to 100 really fast. So, for example, when I ask this on my Facebook page, things that can trigger a meltdown, it can be being put with a child they don't like. So being given the wrong partner. It can be their pencil breaking. One mum said if her son's pencil broke, that would cause immediate meltdown. Isn't that important information for me? Parents, please fill this in. Send it to school for your kids. It'll make the world of difference to your life and theirs. Behaviours exhibited before the meltdown. Did you know there's 3 phases of a meltdown? If you haven't read this book, From Anxiety to Meltdown, in my catalogue, on my website, the only book I say is a must read. This book covers sensory meltdowns and behaviour meltdowns, and it explains the 3 phases of a behaviour meltdown. Did you know one of the first signs of a behaviour meltdown is what we call Mr. No Neck, where their tension, their neck goes up like this. But isn't that important to know? Before a meltdown, this happens. He stops talking, or he might start talking a lot. He might throw his bag into the corner. And if I was a relief teacher and I see a kid throw a bag, I could go and reprimand them. But if I know, oh, that's Jack, I better let it go. Can you see how important this information is? Second phase of a meltdown, repetitive noise, movement or action. So imagine if you had a kid in your class that you didn't know humming. Wouldn't you say shush? Well, guess what? That will go to the 3rd phase, which is a massive meltdown. So isn't it better I know he might be fidgeting with something like this, but he's trying to calm himself. See, repetitive noise, movement and actions actually help calm them. Now, if you're going, oh, Sue, too much, I'm confused, please read this book, Anxiety to Meltdown. It changed my life. It helped so many kids. I read the book going, that's Jack, that's Sarah, oh, that's Daniel. It is such an easy read. I read it in an hour and a half and I've reread it so many times. Now, best way to approach. So when I see Jack throw the bag, what do? Well, do you know, some kids you actually need to go and chat to them, check what's going on, reassure them. Others give them some space. So just pop down a couple of ways to approach. Here, it also has important sensory notes. So some kids, for example, leave their jumper on even though it's a hot day, and you might need to prompt them to take it off. Some kids, and one of my boys happened last year, if another kid is tapping the table like this, he will have a sensory meltdown. Unlike a behaviour meltdown, you won't see a sensory meltdown coming. It's 0 to 100. Why? Because guys, it's like a spider. If there was a spider here, would you just freak out? Well, that pen's like that. The overheating with the jumpers like that, just suddenly they overheat. Anyway, have a look at some more information on sensory on my website and download the free tip sheets on behaviour meltdown versus sensory meltdown. This will help you. But here is the one that's really important. Preferred management strategies. See, maybe you just go up to him and say, "Hey Jack, I believe you really like Minecraft. What have you been doing on Minecraft?" So often just distracting this kid is enough to stop it escalating to a meltdown. Or maybe give them some time or send them to a teacher they love. And oppositional defiant disorder kids, they love a job. So get them helping you. Ask them, say, "Jack, can you come and help me give out the books?" Or, "Jack, can you find me a big book?" And this one page will stop so many meltdowns. Good luck. Don't forget to download it. It's free on my website. Get rid of my picture and pop a picture of the kid. Enjoy the kids.